The troubled, massive property conglomerate China Evergrande Group saw its shares plunge to an 11-year low on Monday. That's after it said there was no guarantees that it could repay its mammoth debt, currently standing at more than $300 billion. That statement also prompted Chinese authorities to summon its chairman. Shares dropped 12% to just under $2 during trading hours. If Evergrande were to fold, it's feared the collapse would send shockwaves through the country's property sector and beyond. Monday also marked the end of a 30-day grace period on a payment it owed of tens of millions of dollars. Authorities in Guangdong province, where Evergrande is headquartered, have summoned Chairman Hui Ka-yan. Officials later said a working group would be sent to the developer at Evergrande's request to oversee risk management, strengthen internal controls, and maintain normal operations. Beijing's central bank has tried to reassure the market, saying that housing sales, land purchases, and financing have already returned to normal in China.
Bob Dole, a Republican stalwart of the U.S. Senate and preeminent figure in American politics, died on Sunday at age 98. He lived a cinematic American story, rising from Depression-era Dust Bowl, Kansas, to the battlefields of World War II, where he suffered devastating injuries, including the loss of use of his right arm, and rose to a commanding place in Washington's halls of power. Dole represented Kansas in Congress for 35 years, first from 1961 to 1969 in the House, then in the Senate for 27 years. He ran for president 3 times, first in 1980, but lost the GOP nomination to Ronald Reagan. He fell short again in '88, this time to then Vice President George H.W. Bush, but not before a debate where Dole famously snapped at Bush to, quote, "stop lying about my record." In 1996, Dole at last won the Republican nomination, but lost the election to Democratic incumbent Bill Clinton. The following year, Clinton awarded Dole the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. Dole was also known for being a pragmatic conservative liked by both parties for his ability to work across the aisle. Accepting his party's nomination in '96, Dole said, quote, "I say that in politics, honorable compromise is no sin. It is what protects us from absolutism and intolerance." At the funeral of his former rival, George H.W. Bush, in 2018, Dole rose from his wheelchair with the help of an aide and lifted his left hand for a final salute. In a statement, President Joe Biden fondly recalled visiting Dole in February, saying, quote, "Though we often disagreed, he never hesitated to work with me or other Democrats when it mattered most." Dole announced earlier this year that he had been diagnosed with advanced lung cancer and was seeking treatment. In a statement, the Elizabeth Dole Foundation, established by his wife, also a former senator, said that Dole died in his sleep, adding, quote, "Bob Dole was never only ours. We shared him with Americans from every walk of life and political persuasion."
Health officials on Sunday said the Omicron variant of the coronavirus has spread to about 1/3 of U.S. states.
Well, the winter plan that the president announced actually had a number of strong measures.
But U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy sought to reassure the public that the Biden administration was prepared to confront the newest mutation of a global disease.
The president announced were much stronger measures to expand our booster campaign. We're going to have millions of reminders sent out to seniors, many more appointments set up by pharmacies, and hundreds of family clinics so kids and adults can get vaccinated together. There was also an expansion of testing, 50 million free tests that will be sent out, private insurance coverage for tests starting in January.
And speaking on CNN, top U.S. infectious diseases expert Dr. Anthony Fauci reassured that when it comes to Omicron, quote, "thus far it does not look like there's a great degree of severity to it." But he added that it was too early to draw definitive conclusions and that more study is needed.
It's too early to say that.
Former FDA Commissioner Scott Gottlieb agreed it was too early to say how dangerous Omicron may be, in part because most of the data out of South Africa is from Omicron cases in people who already survived the Delta variant.
We don't know whether or not this new strain is inherently less virulent, so it's a more moderate strain of COVID. It's not causing as severe illness, or whether it's presenting that way simply because it's infecting people who already have some pre-existing immunity, so they have some protection from COVID, so they're getting infected, but they're not getting as sick.
Many of the cases in the U.S. so far were among fully vaccinated individuals with mild symptoms, although the booster shot status of some patients was not reported. According to a Reuters tally, the U.S. over the last 7 days has averaged 119,000 new coronavirus cases a day. Over that same period, the virus has killed almost 1,300 people per day.
Today, I am urging a surge of these at-home tests. They should be distributed to community health centers. They should be distributed by mobile vans and given free when a person wants a test. The more testing we have and the quicker we have, the better we can deal with Omicron. Let's get them out quickly, because it'll cost a lot less to get people tested now and stop Omicron in its tracks than it will be to delay and let it spread and spread and spread.
And Lorne Michaels, Mr. Wiseguy over here. He's trying out 7 guys to play me. Talent like past Kennedy Center honoree Steve Martin, who is here today. Steve, are you here today? I was told. Steve, stand up. Come on, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You want me to play you?
Steve, I'm afraid you understand me too well. Laura has proved that satire about our leaders, about our society, is a quintessential American thing to do and a hallmark of any democratic society. Like good journalism, comedy holds a mirror up to ourselves to reflect on the good, the bad, and the truth. It matters. And our good friends, the past Kennedy Center honorees like David Letterman, who is here and understands the truth of that as well. And throughout my career, I've met nearly every world leader. And I'll tell you, not everyone sees satire that way. You'd all be in jail. Joke.